Hello. Happy Tuesday to you guys. Thank you for coming into the chat. Well, thank you for watching for a few seconds, whichever one you choose to do. I appreciate you and I hope you're having a happy Tuesday. To all the nurses, happy Nurses Week. Happy Nurses Week. And thank you for making a difference in our lives, our families' lives, and even the lives of you and your families. Thank you to all nurses. This week is Nurses Week. It is also Teachers Week. Thank you to all teachers. You are appreciated. Hey, Sassy. Welcome to the live, Sassy. We're just wishing everybody a happy Nurses Week and a happy Teachers Week. This week is Teachers Week, the 6th through the 10th. And it is Nurses Week this week also. It extends into the weekend though. So as far as Monday through Friday, this is Nurses Week and this is Teachers Week. So happy Nurses Week to all you nurses. You are appreciated. Thank you for what you do for our families. Hola, Felipe. Felipe Jimenez, how are you? Thank you for dropping down and saying hello. Happy Teachers Week to all the teachers. You are appreciated, okay? To the ones, both of those fields, the teaching field, the nursing field, they both make a big difference in our lives and the lives of many people. So we want to give a shout out, a thank you to all the good ones, because we know sometimes we have some who aren't so good, but what we've got to do is we have to appreciate the good ones, okay? You're from India? Hola, India. Okay. Thank you for coming in from India. I think you guys know I welcome everyone from everywhere. Africa, India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Israel. I don't care. I don't care where you're from. As long as you come over here and you get moving. Sassy says there are 36 people watching. Come out the bushes. If not, thumbs up the live. I appreciate that, Sassy. I appreciate it. Come out the bushes. Come out the bushes. We're a little bit later today. I have been going earlier and I've been liking it. But today is overcast. It's a cloudy day and it's breezy. And it hasn't been, it's not humid. It's been in the 80s, but it hasn't been humid. So it hasn't been such a bad day heat-wise. Today's been a good day. I hope it's good weather wherever you guys are. You know, whatever part of the country you're in, if you're in the States or wherever you are around the world. I hope that you're having a great Tuesday. I hope that you can watch my legs move and those legs will motivate you and encourage you to move. If you see moving feet and moving legs, maybe you'll get up and move as well. Okay? Okay? We can walk like we're doing. We can skip. We can jog. We can run. I can't run. My phone will go everywhere. Look, my phone will go everywhere because I have to start using these arms to propel, okay? Okay? But we can skate. We can dance. And I want you guys to also remember that it is also, look, this is a big week, okay? It's Mental Health Awareness Week. Well, no. That's next week. That's next week. So this week we got Nurses Week. We got Teachers Week. Next week we have Mental Health Awareness Week. But May is Mental Health Awareness Month. How you doing? So I'm sure you guys can show somebody some appreciation, okay? Out of all the teachers in the world, all the nurses in the world, both of those fields, for those 3 thumbs up. Hey, Brilliant. Hey, Brilliant. Welcome into the chat. We got a lot going on in May, right? Sunday is Mother's Day. And wishing Brilliant a happy Heavenly Mother's Day and a happy heavenly birthday to her mom. Seeing her name in the chat made me remember that she said it's her, I think it was your mother's birthday yesterday, Brilliant? Right, Memorial Day. Hello, beautiful sis. How you doing today? I'm doing good, brilliant. I'm doing good. You know, thinking about you wishing your mom a happy birthday made me think about it. It is Mother's Day. I wish my beautiful, beautiful mother, the best mother in the world to me, a happy Mother's Day, a happy heavenly Mother's Day. And I know each and every one of you guys wish your mothers the same, alive, and those who are no longer here, but they will always be with us in our hearts, minds, and souls, okay? Always. So, yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot. 2 nurses and teachers this week. Nurses Week, Teachers Week. Mother's Day is Sunday. How y'all doing? Mother's Day is Sunday. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Mental Health Awareness Week is next week. And Memorial Day is the last Monday of the month. Okay? So fathers, ladies first, okay? Ladies first. But we know that with June comes Father's Day. With June comes Father's Day. All right? So for those of you who are into giving gifts, okay? Y'all know it's so funny because we think about kids at Christmas time. But let me tell you, adults are worse than kids, okay? Adults are worse than kids when it comes to receiving and giving gifts. We love to receive gifts, right? Some of us don't. Some of us, we just want to know that the love is there. But some adults, if you don't get them something for their birthday, if you don't, they might let you slide with Christmas. But if you don't get them something for their birthday, if you don't get them something for Mother's Day, if you don't get them something for Father's Day, you will not hear the end of it, okay? You won't hear the end of it. Sassy, I know, right? Sassy says, hey, brilliant. Memorial Day, brilliant, says Felipe. Jorge, is it Jorge or George? Is it Jorge? I think that's Jorge. Welcome, 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 welcome in. I appreciate you. Thank you for those 4 likes. Give me a few more. Give me a few more, okay? I'm not going to run you down for them, but I do appreciate them. I appreciate you. Each and every one of you. Thank you for coming through. Whether you like it or not, you came through and you gave me a view. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for those. I definitely appreciate those who drop down in the chat to join in the conversation or to just say hi, to just say hello. Thank you, number 5. Thank you, number 5. I got to throw a question on my community wall. It's time for me to give a Cash App out, okay? A Cash App or 2, okay? So I hope you got Cash App, because sometime this week I'm going to throw out a few questions. And it may not be questions, okay? It may not be questions. It might just be the 3rd person to comment on this community post. Drop your Cash App, okay? It could be something simple. We like to make things simple and easy, right? I like to make it simple over here. I don't want you to puzzle your brain. That would be fun though. That would be fun. If we played a game to make us think, right? To make us think, make us boost that brain power, that mental health, okay? I'm not giving any tips today. I think I've given tips for about the past 4 days, maybe. Well over 20 plus tips to help us, boost our mental health. But never fear, we will have more. We will have more, okay? Today is Monday. Just want to come on here and make sure you guys had a great start to your week. If there's anybody on here who, didn't have such a great start, if your week started out a little rocky, a little shaky, Monday is winding down, okay? But there's still time to feel better. So if we can lift your spirits over here, if we can give you a boost, that's the job. That's the goal. That's the intent. The main goal is to get you moving. All right? Get you moving. And to thank each and every one of you who come into my lives, whether it's my Let's Walk and Talk lives, or lately my my visual stimuli, my lights. I've been doing my lights lately, okay? And so people have come into my lives where I've been doing my lights. Me and my nephew, we play around sometimes. I've been watching him lately. We play around with the stuffed dolls and the stuffed animals, you know, and then I just let the lights go. So thank you to everybody who's been coming in, dropping in on my lives. Hey, Miss Jazzy, how you doing, lady? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? What did I say? What did I call today? Monday. I sure did. It's Tuesday. See, y'all, time flies. It flies so fast. So today is Tuesday. That means we're like, and it's the end, toward the end of the day. It's almost hump day. It's almost hump day. Jazzy says, hey, Lounge Pride, Sassy, you're brilliant, and chat listening in while I'm on my way home. Thank you, Jazzy. I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. I meant to come on earlier, but I have some things going on. People I need to talk to, places I need to be. Y'all know how it goes. As soon as you make plans, sometimes they get changed. As soon as you make plans, sometimes they get changed. Sassy says, hi, Miss Jazzy. As soon as you make plans, sometimes they get changed. Ooh, I don't know what that was. I had to make sure you have to watch what you're stepping around here. Y'all know how some people don't like to clean up behind their pets. They don't like to clean up behind their pets, and that's just so nasty, so gunky, so icky, so ooh, so ooh. But yeah, so thank you, Sassy, because you know what? I was about to say something else about Monday. Girl, my mind is stuck that today is Monday. Stuck on it being Monday. Stuck on it being Monday. I would have been talking about Monday the whole. Did I come on yesterday? Yeah, I did. I know why now, because I went back to my elliptical. It was so hot yesterday. I sure did. I went back to my elliptical yesterday. I went to visit my best friend, and we were on. How long were we on for? Was I on for like 30 minutes or so? I wasn't on for an hour. Because y'all, I was, whew, she worked me. I had been on for like 45 minutes. So I did my cool down. I think I was on for like 30 minutes. And we went over some mental health tips. We did. And so most of the mental health tips that we went over and that I've gone over, many of us hear about them all the time. We did come on Monday because Vaughn came into the chat and she asked about smoking. No. Sassy says, let's not go back. Brilliant says, hey, Jazzy. Hey, Queen, blessings to you. Yes. But yeah, y'all, it feels, I think it's gonna rain. It's been overcast most of the day. Been warm, but not really humid. And right now, you know, when I started out, I wasn't sure how far I would get because it was starting to sprinkle. But it went away. It subsided for now, at least. It went away. So we will see. We will see. I might get caught in the rain. I hope so. I hope it rains. Y'all remember those Jordans that were out there in their yard? I don't know if the I don't know if the correct person got them, but somebody got them because they are no longer there. The bag is still there, but the shoes are gone. They are gone. Thank you for those 5 thumbs up. If you have not thumbs up the live, hit those 3 dots at the top right hand side. Hit them. As soon as you hit them, the like will come up, the thumbs up will, and you just thumbs it up or you thumbs it down, whichever one you want to do. It all helps. It all helps in some way. Okay? It all helps in some way as far as this YouTube thing called the algorithm. Sassy says it's 64 degrees and windy. Really? I think right now, it was like, it's been in the 80s here all day. But it just, I guess because it was a little breezy, it wasn't real hot. It wasn't real hot. And just a minute ago, and maybe that's what it is, because just a minute ago, it wasn't quite, the wind wasn't, it wasn't moving. And it felt a little humid. But it's back to, it's good. It's in a good place right now. The wind is kind of breezy, not heavy, not really a lot, but good enough. Good enough to make me feel good as I'm walking. People are watering their lawns. So a little bit of water is getting on me here and there. So that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. What do you guys have planned for tomorrow? Hey, I know we're still in the middle of the work week, but yeah, sometimes that's when we have the best events. Have you guys ever gone to like day parties? Like day parties around like 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock on a Wednesday or Thursday afternoon to early evening from like 2 to 6. Or maybe like right after work, not really a day party, but like you and a few friends meet up after work at 5, hang out till like 7 or 8 o'clock. That's some nice chill time. You get off at 5, y'all hang out till like 7, maybe 8. You know, if you prepare, see when you're gonna do that, that's when you make sure that the day before you've either prepared the family meal or they're old enough to prepare their own. And then even if you go hang out and you're at a spot and you don't really like the food there, you still have enough time to, stop by somewhere else and get you something to eat, or even when you get home, make a quick salad or get you something quick to eat. Sometimes you need that midweek boost. Go hang out with friends or whatever from about 5 to 7 or 8. And then it's Thursday and Friday. Hey, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. It is the weekend. The weeks truly do fly by, y'all, but why does it seem like if we can look back over the last month, from here back to the beginning of the year, look at how fast we've gotten to May. June will be mid-year. And we say this every year. We're starting to say this every year. That's just how fast time flies. It just flies. Time flies. 64. I know that feels good. Time flies. It flies, it flies, it flies. And you think you're like, wait a minute. This is May. This is May. And when Mother's Day comes along, it's going to be so close to the middle of the month. And y'all know what that means. It's almost summer. Okay? Almost summer. And it's really going to get hot. If we think it's hot now, if we think, like what does the song say? If you think you're lonely now. If we think it's hot now, wait until June, July, and August. Especially July and August. Wait till June, July, and August. And September is no joke either. September is, of course, it's not quite as hot. You're starting to get towards fall toward the end of September. You get a few breezy days. The evenings feel really nice. But hey, September can be hot too, especially early on. Especially early on. So yeah, I meant to come on here. I'm gonna try my best to keep it to 30, 35 minutes. Because I'm gonna come back later. And just enjoy the lights. Enjoy the lights. My multicolored lights. And you guys could come back and do so as well if you like. Because sometimes we just need a little bit of imagery. Okay? Imagery. And people have told me that even though it's nighttime, that's relaxing. But you know what? It's only nighttime, like in North America. Other places, it's like early morning. When I just let the lights circulate, it may be like 3 or 4 a.m. in some places. Some places it may be afternoon, in the really, really far away countries. So yeah, we're just gonna enjoy the lights. I'm gonna enjoy the lights. If I get my nephew again, if I have my nephew, we're gonna probably play with some more stuffed animals. Bria says hit the like button. Three dots at the top right. Thank you, Brilliant. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yes, a lot of people have even emailed me and said that they like the lights. I like the lights. So we're gonna probably do the lights tonight. And again, if I have my nephew, I might put another stuffed animal in the camera. Make sure your notification bell is set to all. Don't miss any of this great content. Come on, preach, Brilliant. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know I appreciate you so much. At night, I go live with my lights, with my multicolored lights. You know, just something to change it up. I used to do it. This is what I used to do. I used to do my lights, and I used to do ocean and rain sounds. So I've gone back to doing my lights at night, like disco lights. Now, if lights keep you up, if they keep you awake, don't look at it. But I keep the room dark, and it's like red, orange, blue. I think it's red, orange, blue, purple, maybe yellow. And so I've gotten quite a few emails from people I don't know that come through, and I appreciate them. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the emails, and thank you for letting me know that you like them, because I used to do them all the time. You know, I would go live and just talk from time to time, but I would do my rain sounds, my ocean sounds, and my lights. I love, you know, the visual. I love visual, and I love sounds. They're very therapeutic. They are very, very therapeutic. Yes, they are very therapeutic. Just looking at them and then just listening. Y'all know I love the ocean. The ocean is my favorite. And then rain. And then when I just want to look at something, I do my lights. Yeah, there's a car. That car got probably like 3 or 4 dogs. They probably got like 3 or 4 dogs in there. He's still in your lap today. It is. It is really big. Hey, Emmanuel, how are you? How are you, Emmanuel? Okay, I remember when I wasn't working, you used to do rainy sounds. I'd be in the bed around 10 because I have to get up at 4:30. I'll check them out. Yeah, thank you, Sassy. Check the replay. It's just the past 2, it's been me and my nephew. Like, I give him, well, he has his mom's phone, and he looks at the lights. And then he looks around the room, and he sees the lights circulating around the room. So, yeah, I started back doing my lights. I did my lights. I mostly did ocean, and then I went to rain. And I think before both of those, though, I did lights. No, it was right after those. I started doing the lights. It was last year sometimes, and then I started making sure that I was on my elliptical, and I would do that at night. And so I would do my elliptical and walk during the day. Then I just, I started wanting to walk a little bit more, just to get outside. Just to get outside and enjoy outside. I said, you don't have to live in the most beautiful place in the world in order to, soak up that nature, get you some sunlight, some vitamin D. And just to be nosy sometimes, in a good way, okay? In a good way. Say hello to your neighbors. Let your neighbors, say hello to them. Let them say hello to you. Sassy says, okay, that's cool. I am from Italy, and here it is 1 a.m. Okay, it is 1 a.m. in Italy. So honestly, if it's 1 a.m. in Italy, this would be a good time for me to do my lights. When I get in, this will be a good time for me to do my lights then. Because I prefer to do them while people are sleeping, not just in the US, but anywhere, wherever. You're fine? Good to hear that. Good to hear that. Are you training right now? No, I'm walking. I'm walking. Do you walk? What do you do for exercise, Emmanuel? Do you do any type of cardiovascular exercise? Thank you guys for those likes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Do you do any form of cardiovascular exercise? We're moving. Watch the feet, watch the legs move. Look at the feet, look at the legs move. I want to encourage you to move. Okay? Use that as encouragement that you should move. You should get up and walk. You should walk, you should jog, you should skip. You can run, you can dance, you can skate, you can swim, you can get on your bike, you can get on your stationary bike, you can get on your treadmill, you can get on your elliptical. I just named about 10 to 12 things you can do. Okay? You eat pasta. No, you're joking. You go to the gym. Emmanuel, are you a troll? Are you a troll? Let me know. Tell me, are you trolling? Because look, listen. I'm going to tell you the same thing we tell everybody else who trolls. We don't mind nice trolls, okay? We don't mind if you're a nice troll. We just don't like the trolls who come over here and say wild and crazy things. And from the looks of it right now, you're being a good one. And I walk a lot, honestly. That's good. That is good. That is the purpose of my channel. I'm a shorts channel, and I do a variety of shorts. My emphasis is wildlife. I love wild animals. But my live videos, my emphasis is getting people to move. That is the goal. The more I try to get other people to move, the more I'll move. You know how sometimes you're not motivated to do something, and then you think about it and you say, well, I've been telling people to do this, and I've been telling people to do that, so I got to do it. So sometimes, we all get a little bit discouraged. Thanks, you are so kind. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you for coming over and dropping down into the chat and participating in the live. I hope you gave me a thumbs up. If you did it, go to those three buttons, those three little dots on the top right-hand side. Hit it. That like option will come up there. And please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Please do so. Like, comment, and subscribe, okay? That would be greatly appreciated also. Sassy, you laughing at Emmanuel? Yeah, Emmanuel, we don't mind trolls. Okay, you got to get to know people somehow, right? Sometimes trolls can turn out to be a lot better than the people you think you know. Okay? Okay? Thank you for that thumbs up to the next person that did it. I have gratitude. I show appreciation to you guys. You give me a thumbs up, I'm grateful. If you don't want to thumbs me up, guess what? I'm still grateful. I'm grateful because you came by for a few seconds, a minute, or however long it was. And especially grateful if you drop down in the chat, okay? And contributed to this good conversation. We have good conversation over here. We're not looking to tear anybody down. We're not looking to talk about bad things. Now, we will talk about bad things if it means helping to lift someone up from a bad situation, okay? We will talk about bad things, depending on how bad it is. And if it's something we can talk about, have an open discussion about, and lift someone up. Sometimes people are going through bad things and they need to talk to someone. And sometimes strangers are the best people to talk to. You subscribe? Thank you. I'm in the United States. I'm in the United States. Just like you gave the country, I'm going to give you the country, okay? I'm going to give you the country. I'm going to give you the country. I'm in the U.S. See, I had somebody come through last night. What is it they asked me? And I happened to see the question. I was really doing something else while the lights were circulating. What did he ask me? He said, "Are you uh, Ethereum?" Yeah, yeah, Ethereum. And I was like, I guess he had put it in the chat for a while and I didn't see it. And he was like, I'm not being rude. I was just asking because I want to find two other theories to talk to. And I was like, well, no, I'm not. I'm not Ethereum. I consider myself completely human, 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 human. Okay? Hello. I consider myself completely human. But he was a nice person. He was a nice person. He didn't get rude. What do I think about the U.S. right now? Well, hey Annie. Annie says, hey Lions Pride, Ma, and Chess. Right now, I'm not so much thinking about the U.S. per se. I'm thinking about some of the situations that we find that some of our politicians find themselves in. And for some strange reason, the people in our country have decided that they should be potential candidates or candidates because they're. Am I back? Am I back? I'm back. I got a phone call. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. What do you think about U.S. right now? I really would like to visit, and I am so curious. Well, you can visit the U.S., but as far as the the current situation of the U.S., I think some of the people in the U.S. have lost it. Have lost it. The people that they put in place to represent us as a country, there are a lot better choices, okay? There are a lot better choices. And the thing about that is that some of the better choices didn't even try to run because they see that our country seems to be in a place of a place that lacks integrity right now, to be honest with you. I think many in this country lack integrity. So that's all I'll say about that. Many lack integrity, and many are hypocritical, and many think that some of the nastiest, most indecent things that a person can do is fine, depending on who it is. You know, if it's someone they like, then it's okay for them to commit all kinds of immoral acts. But if it's someone that they dislike, they want them to be held accountable. I'm of the mindset that it doesn't matter who you like or dislike. When you commit crimes, when you break laws, when you're immoral and unethical, you should be treated just like anybody else. Nothing should place you above the law. So that's how I feel about that. Now, there are some things going on in the U.S., such as doors falling off flights. I didn't know that had happened again a couple of months ago. I think in April. I'm wondering what's going on with that. Should we be trying to maybe invest in better planes, jets? What's going on? They make these things, and not just speaking on planes, but it's so funny how people make these things and they build things and they want them, Annie says yes, they want them to last like far longer than they should expect them to last. I so hate the patch up mindset. It's just like a slumlord. A slumlord is going to do one or two things. He's not going to fix anything at all, or he's going to patch it up. Patchwork, which will typically, most likely cost more money in the long run and more headache for the people living in his property. But, people decide that they want to do things. If you decide that you want to own properties and you want to rent those properties out or you want to lease those properties out, don't charge people an arm and a leg and then you don't want to keep the property up. You want to receive the rent money, but you don't want to keep it up. To me, that's a big problem in the U.S. Slumlords. Slumlords. They have the money because they're getting their rent, but they don't want to fix anything. They just want to see it as an opportunity to make money. Well, it is an opportunity to make money, but in a lot of cases, you have to have money in order to start making money. Okay? You have to have money in order to start making money, or you at least have to have credit, or you have to have access to money, okay? Something. And if you had nothing, and you were scraping, you should even understand better how you should treat people. If you had nothing and you scraped and crawled and you got what you needed in order to maintain properties, well, you should know more than anybody how important it is to keep your properties up. You want to continue to generate that money, right? Because you can go and sue somebody for lack of payment, but if you keep mistreating people like that, when you hurt their credit by suing them, God's got them. Imagine what's going to happen with your reputation. Because if you do one person like that, I'm sure you've done, or you will do, many like that. Okay? You will. So I think we need to think about the way we treat people. And before going into business, people need to really have a long, hard conversation with themselves. Am I going to do the things that I need to do to make sure that this business is profitable, yet worth it to not just me, but to anybody I serve? A lot of times people aren't looking to see if it's worth it to the people they serve. They're only looking to see if it's profitable and worth it for them and their families. And sometimes not even for their families, just for them. So the people in America, they just make you kind of lean your head to the side sometimes and wonder. But I think that's people everywhere. I think there's people everywhere. I do. I think there's people everywhere. It's breezy now, a little bit. It is breezy again. So that's what's making it tolerable for me to be out here walking. I don't know, for the few of you who are still in here, if you've heard about can you guys tell me what you think? If you've heard about the father that ran his young 5-year-old son, 5 or 6, I think he was 5, maybe going on 6, ran him to the point where he didn't make it. He ran him on a treadmill so hard, so rough, until the baby didn't make it, because he was 5 or 6. He wasn't an infant. He wasn't a newborn. But he was a baby. Okay? He was a baby. To me, a 17-year-old is a baby. You hoping that they're going to live a long, long, prosperous, happy life and have kids and grandkids. At under 20, you're still a baby. You know, you're old enough to know better than doing certain things, because we are all teachable. You know, we are all teachable. Some to a more degree than others. Some to a lesser degree than others. But to put a child on a treadmill and to run him to the point of exhaustion that you had to take him to the hospital and he didn't make it, there's got to be something messed up in that person. That's just I don't even know how do you fix that. You can't bring the little boy back, but how do you fix what's going on with that person? How do you fix what's going on with his dad? But I think he was like 6 or almost 6, because I saw that he hadn't even met the little boy until he was 5. So, yeah. So there are a lot of things going on in this world, in this country, in this world, you know. And sometimes you just don't know what to think. Sometimes you just don't know what to think. But I thank you all for coming into this live. I really do. I truly appreciate you. Again, I will say I truly appreciate you. My goals on these lives, it's what the name of my channel says. Let's walk and talk. If you can't talk as you walk, that's okay. We just want to get you walking, okay? Get you moving. Walking, jogging, skipping, dancing, skating, riding your bike, riding your stationary bike, your elliptical, your treadmill, swimming, playing a sport. It can be kickball, okay? It can be kickball. Get outside and play a sport. Like this time of the day, late in the evening, if you don't really like to exercise, guess what? Get outside, put up a net, have a family game of volleyball. Have a family game, a neighborhood game of volleyball. You'll be amazed at how many people will join in, even people who don't like to exercise. And that can be your form of exercise, okay? That can be your form of exercise. Play a game of kickball. Yeah, we can play cards, but when we're playing cards, we're kind of stationary and we're sitting at the table, probably drinking something, eating something. So get outside, play a game of badminton, do something that'll get you moving. Do something that'll get you moving. I had to mute for a minute. Whoever that person is in here, if you have not thumbs up this live, if you don't mind, please do so. Maybe we can get 10 to the people who are in here right now. If you have not thumbs it up, give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I don't beat anybody up over it. I don't harp on it, but I do ask for it from time to time because it's motivational, and we're being motivational over here. We're being motivational over here. Annie says, that's crazy. What happened to that little boy? Annie, oh my gosh. Annie, I don't know what's going on with the mother. See, I thought that the mother didn't have custody, but I'm seeing that she did have custody because she made several complaints that she said on the first visit with his dad, the little boy came home with a busted lip. Now, that's not good for a first visit. That is not good for a first visit. And of course, we know that things happen. We play with our kids. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes they may get a cut lip, a busted lip. Sometimes they may get hit in the eye the wrong by accident. And that's why so many people don't even like to physically discipline. Because a lot of times your discipline, it may not even be that it went too far, but when a child is being disciplined that way, they start to move. And things can happen the more you move, okay? So that's why some people just don't even believe in physical discipline at all. Because how many times has something happened and a person said, I wasn't trying to do that. I didn't mean to do that. That's even when kids are just playing around. So the busted lip, depending on how the severity of it, maybe that could have been explained. But the mother said that every time her son came home, there was something. And I saw a picture of the little boy. And Annie, when I tell you, she showed a picture of his eye on one of his return visits home from with his dad. And his eye was bloodshot. Like, the whole eye wasn't bloodshot. I don't know which one would have looked worse. To me, it looked worse. It wasn't even the whole eye, but it was just as if the bottom of his eyeball had just bled into his eye. Because at least if it was bloodshot the whole eye, that even could have been something got into it, or you would have known it was a hit because it most likely would have been a black eye, and not all black eyes become bloodshot, and not all bloodshot eyes will be black eyes, but you could, y'all about to see me hit the, but if it was bloodshot all over, I would have thought, okay, did a ball hit him? Did he miss the ball? I would have thought something. Could have maybe thought something, but the baby's eye, it was his eyeball. Just beneath the eyeball from, your eyeballs are round, of course, but just the whole bottom part down into the white was like, oh my gosh, just red, crimson red. It was just red. It was a bleed. And so the mother took pictures, and I guess, I don't know why the dad hadn't seen the child for the first 5 years of his life, but with all this abuse that happened, maybe he didn't want to see him. I don't know. Maybe he didn't want to see him, because I have seen parents who, they don't really want to be in their child's life, but if they have to pay child support, they will be anyway. They'll take the attitude, well, if I'm going to pay child support, I'll pick him up. If I'm going to pay child support, I'll pick her up. So I don't know if that was the situation, Yeah, I think so too, Annie. I do. I think the dad was doing that. I do. I read he fell a couple of times and he keeps putting him back. Annie, did you not see it? Like there's a video of it. There is a video of it. And that's why I say, how do you do that? I mean, a 5-year-old, that is still a baby. He's under the age of 10. I couldn't see someone doing a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, even a 15-year-old, making them do that. If you were gonna do that to an older child, once they fail, you should have stopped. You shouldn't have done it. But once they fail, you should have stopped. And he fell because he couldn't keep up. He picked him up, he put him back on, and the little boy tried all he could. He was running like crazy. He was running like crazy. He was running like crazy. And I'm thinking, it made me think, okay, when my kids were 5, I was saying, you can do this or you can do that. And we are supposed to teach our kids. And we're supposed to encourage them to do things, and we're supposed to tell them you can do it, you know. And we're supposed to stay on them sometimes. You give them a break, but you stay on them. But you don't put them on something like a treadmill. And you see, obviously couldn't handle it. He picked him up 2 to 3 times at least that I saw. Put him back on it. And the little boy his feet were just flying. They were flying. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Because with stuff like that, my thing is, I don't want to see it. But sometimes I don't want to see it because I wish it hadn't happened. But sometimes I think we need to see things, especially like when you're in the courtroom, in order to understand just how bad it was. And Sassy says, "Hey Annie, I'm back. I saw that it was so bad." Yes, sometimes I think we do need to see in order to understand just how bad it was for the little boy and just how bad it was in general. So if you know you're not good with stuff like that, don't look at it. Don't look at it. Because the way that little boy was running, heck, I don't know many grown people who would have ran that fast or at least tried. It was the try. It was the effort that he put in. His dad would pick him up, put him back on the treadmill, and the little boy was it was almost, his little feet looked like he was swimming or something, like he was in water. You could, if you could imagine somebody that knows how to swim, but it's just so overwhelming, the ocean or something. They've gotten to a point where it's just being overwhelmed, and they're just trying to, or on a bicycle, and they're just trying their best to cycle or get away from something. His little feet were going so fast, so fast. And and when they would give out, he picked him up and he put him back, not giving him a chance to rest, not giving him a chance to catch his breath. He stood him up, and he would make him go again. That was the most evil thing. That was horrible. It was horrible. So when Emmanuel asks, what did I think about the U.S. right now? I have a lot of opinions about politics, about the crime, about the state of the country, but my thought immediately went back to individuals, what a lot of individuals are doing. Yep, he kept falling off, and he kept putting them back on there. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was evil. It was sad. I don't care. You don't do that to anybody's child. Of course you don't do it to your own, but you don't do it to anybody's child. But of course, most people love what children the most? Their own. So how in the world he could find it in his heart to do that little boy that way, I will never understand. How in the world he found it in his heart to do him that way. And I've seen strict parents. I've seen mean parents. And you never know. That's why I always say, y'all, even when it's a kid, just smile at them. That smile won't stop them from being abused. That smile won't stop them from whatever it is that they're going through at home or at school. But I've heard so many adult stories where people, they were like, when they were a kid, they had it rough. And the only thing that kind of even kept them going a little bit, or the most positive thing that they can remember, is the one teacher who always treated them good. Something like that. That's why I say show teachers appreciation this week. Or the one nurse who maybe saw that there was a bruise and didn't overlook it like the rest of the nurses. This week is Nurses Week. Show some nurses some appreciation. Okay? Show some nurses some appreciation. Show teachers some appreciation. I know most of them, their jobs won't allow them to take money, but you can take them donuts, you can take them flowers, you can take them roses, you can order out for them. So if you know a teacher or a nurse, and then not just that, when we encounter kids, even if they're cutting up, y'all, and we may be looking at them like, it ain't no way my mama will let me do that. Well, that automatically kind of comes to mind. But sometimes just let it come to your mind that maybe they go through it. Maybe they go through it. Yes, his own child. And it says, I don't like cases where children are being abused. It really triggers me. Yeah, that's why I say don't watch it. Don't watch it, Annie. If you have not watched it, good, don't watch it. Like I said, sometimes we need to see things so we can know the gravity of how bad it was. But, if it's triggering for you, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Just imagine people in courtroom settings. Just imagine the jurors when they have to decide things like this. Sassy says, Annie, I know, right? Just imagine. So that's when Emmanuel asked me, what did I think about the United States? I kind of lately, I've been just kind of tripping off of some of the things that individuals do in the United States. And not even talking about the politicians like I was talking earlier. Just people in general. Y'all hear him? Uh-oh, look, he's so close today. He is so close today. He was, look, see, he's not even thinking about me now. Like, as long as it took me to pass by, and it was like, okay, she's gone. He was like, okay, she's out of here. He was like, let me leave her alone now. Sassy, I think he just had to get it in. Look at Annie, I know, right? Annie, were you on here that day? The dog had me doing the two-step. Sassy, you saw that, didn't it? Y'all, these dogs, I'm telling you. That one is so cute, though. He is so cute. His coat is so pretty. He's gonna bark at me every time. And then it's so funny because sometimes when he sees me approaching, he'll run out toward the street. And then as I get to him, he'll start to bark. And then right when I get like kind of right parallel to him, he'll turn his head, y'all. Like he'll look off and get it, like he got an attitude. He or she knows you. Yes, because I've passed by there twice, and he was sitting in his owner's lap. And so I said he's sitting still today or something like that. And he said, yeah, I didn't want him barking at you. I'm like, you already know this. He's gonna do that. He is going to do that. He's going to bark. You didn't see it, Annie? Oh my gosh. Sassy, do you remember that? It was that little puppy. That's the one that the lady lied, y'all. They moved out of the neighborhood. She's talking about, I don't know whose dog that is. He just came here, and that dog looked like he cost a pretty penny. I don't know what type of dog he was, but he looked like some type of Shih Tzu or something. May have been mixed. He looked like a little teacup dog or something. He was little, but he had a big bite. Y'all, he was just grabbing at my shoestrings. And I was like, I did not want to kick that dog because the kids were out there. And I didn't want them to have me on YouTube kicking the dog. But hey, if it comes down to the dog biting me or me kicking it, y'all already know. So I was doing the two-step. We were doing the hop around. We were doing the hop around. But this one, the one that I just passed, his owner is always out there. If I had a piece of wood, I'd knock on it. But he's always out there. So he's supposed to be on a leash. But I don't say anything much because with him, because usually he's holding him, and the times that he's not holding him, and you guys hear him barking, he has true to form. He'll come to the middle of the yard. Sometimes he gets a little closer. He comes to the end of the yard. But as soon as he gets his bark off, and I walk by, he turns his head and leaves me alone. He turns his head and he leaves me alone. And he was on those shoestrings, and I was like, he was at my shoestrings, and boy, I'm so glad that dog didn't bite me, because, like I said, I wasn't gonna let him bite me. So I would have been like, look at the footage, look at the footage, look at the footage. I had no choice. I had no choice. I had no choice. Look at the footage. It's not me. And he says, I would definitely be the one on the video. I know. I was like, oh my gosh. So, and y'all know I asked that lady. I said, is that your dog? He just took up here. I don't know where the dog came from. Y'all, tell me why she was lying. I don't think it was the next day, but it was within that week. I passed by there again. I'm saying to myself, so you think I'm crazy, right? You just letting your kids play with a stray dog. And this dog looks expensive. I passed by there again within that same week. That dog was all over him. Now, I don't even remember if they called the dog by name, because I was just trying to make sure he didn't bite me. So I couldn't even remember, because I think I might even ask the chat, did y'all hear his name? So I couldn't say for sure that she called him by name. But I'm not stupid. Y'all know that dog. That dog has become a part of your clique. Even if you didn't bring him here. But I'm like, nah, that's your dog. And they were just leaving him out off his leash, and they would be away from home. We would pass by there. Me and my daughter, one of my daughters, we passed by there. And she was like, look at that dog. He's just all in the street. I said, yeah. And notice which house he keeps going to. Now, if you feed an animal, yeah, they will come to your house the most. But I knew that was their dog. I wasn't crazy. And then again, like I said, later on in the week I came by there. Girl, they was calling the dog. I can't remember his name, but they was calling him something, and he was running. Just running to him. I said, okay, keep on leaving him out here without a leash. You lied to me too? Girl, he come back out here again, even if he don't get close enough. He get to trying to mess with my shoes again, my feet again, my ankles. Oh yeah. We're going to have to do something about little buddy. Brian says, hello, Annie. Hello, Emmanuel. Blessings to you. Annie speaking back to Brilliant. But yeah, y'all, I'm where I am, the dogs are supposed to be on a leash at all times, or in a fenced enclosed area. But like my little friend y'all just saw, oftentimes they aren't. And it's like you really have to be one way across the board. Like, I like him and I like his owner, but he still should be on a leash. Or at least he should make sure that he stays in his lap. And most time he does, because sometimes he doesn't even want him barking. But you got to think about it. Dogs like to challenge little kids. Dogs will bite anybody, but they especially like to challenge little kids because they're closer to their size. So if you're supposed to have your dogs on a leash, have them on a leash, because you don't want anything to happen that could have been prevented. Things happen that could be prevented often, but I'm just saying, if that's the law, that's an ordinance, follow the ordinance. But of course they don't, because, and I know they feel like the dogs are family. They don't want to put them on a leash, but when they walk them, I will say most of the time they're walking them, they have them on a leash. Now that said, I have seen people so-called walking their dogs and their dogs aren't on a leash. And so first of all, you're walking him and he's not on a leash. You're definitely breaking the ordinance. And like I said, I like that little dog and I like his owner, but the law is the law, rules are rules. He's still breaking the rule. And what if he sees me or somebody else? Because a lot of us walk through here. different times of the day, from all throughout the day, all throughout the evening, all throughout the night. People are walking. Some people work and don't get off until 11, 12 o'clock, and they'll just take off and start walking, up and down the street just to get some exercise in or something. So you never know. What if he's in a bad mood? Like one day I didn't see him and I asked where he was, and he said that I guess he had gotten shots and so he wasn't feeling good. But what if he's in a bad mood? What if he's gotten shots and he's mad? you know? So, if dogs would turn on their owners, they will definitely attack strangers, okay? And he says facts. Yeah, like, if abide by the rules. Because see, that's the thing with rules. People, like I was talking about politics, you've gotten our country who sat here and chosen the person who's up on all types of charges. And they've still nominated this person to represent them. Okay, all kinds of charges. When we know that had he been certain other Americans, he wouldn't have had a chance to be nominated. He wouldn't have had a chance to be nominated because first of all, he probably would be locked up. You know? And it's not even a matter of race. It's just certain people, sometimes in certain races, sometimes not, they are allowed to do any and everything, and there's always a justification for it. There's always a quote reason unquote for it. But with everybody else, they say that you're making excuses for what someone did. So they make excuses and relabel them as reasons in order to justify the poor behavior of some people in this country. Well, when it comes to abiding by rules, I don't care who you are. The rules should be across the board, period. Okay, Annie. Annie says, my train is here. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you, Annie. I'm about to get off of here, and I really do appreciate you for coming to the live today. We missed you. Glad to have you, and hope you come back soon. And on that note, I am about to get out of here, everybody, because we've been on for an hour. So I wish you guys peace, positivity, and prosperity. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever chaos and negativity live, you fail to prosper. You fail to prosper to your fullest potential, okay? And we want to all prosper to our fullest potential. Will our fullest potential always be the most? Maybe, maybe not. But it's the most for us. And so we can work on that. Okay? So you guys, don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. And when they invite you into their misery lounge, don't go in. Sometimes it'll look nice and comfy. They'll look nice and pleasant. Use your discernment. Because once they get you in that misery lounge, they're going to tell you to have a seat right next to me. And the next thing you know, this nice and pleasant person is going to have you going through the ups and downs that they go through, the ups and downs that they haven't gone through, and just have you in a place that you don't want to be. So once you realize that you're in someone's misery lounge, leave, okay? Leave and go to your own happy lounge. Go to your own happy lounge. Your happy lounge is a place of stability, okay? It may not always be happy. Sometimes your happy lounge you may go through some things, okay? But you know that the goal of your lounge is to be a happy one, all right? So, again, don't let bothered people bother you, and don't you guys bother anybody, okay? And I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Live. Hopefully, that will be tomorrow with the Lord's will. That will be tomorrow. Y'all be safe, be blessed. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Because I did say Monday. I misspoke earlier. But hey, Monday, Tuesday, early in the week, sometimes for some people they do feel the same. But most of us don't get Wednesday mixed up. Have y'all noticed that? Not all the time, but most of the time, we don't get Wednesday mixed up. We know when it's hump day. So I will see you guys later, okay? Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have yourself a happy night. Happy Tuesday night, a happy Wednesday, and we will see you guys. Thank you to the other 5. There are 5 of you in here. Can one of you guys hit that thumbs up? It's those 3 buttons right there at the top right hand side. Hit it. Those that up and down to come up, hit it. See, that's why I don't really harp on that too much, because when you say that, it makes people leave. Honestly, if content creators haven't paid attention, a lot of times when you say that, it makes people leave. So just enjoy the fact that they're giving you a view. Appreciate it, okay? You know, ask them to give you a thumbs up. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what we want, right? We're out here, we're talking, or we're creating whatever kind of content we're creating. And if they're there, give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down. Maybe you never know. They could have thumbs it down and you just don't know. They don't have that one up there, okay? So maybe they did something. So just appreciate the view. Just appreciate the view. And I want you guys to look at the feet, look at the legs move, okay? We're slowing down now because we're about to come to a stop. But look at the feet, look at the legs move. Be motivated to move, okay? Love yourself, because if you don't, who will? Motivate yourself, because if you won't, who will? All right? So I will see you guys next time. Let's see, Sassy says, I'm back. Everyone wants to call me at the same time. Yeah, that's how it is, Sassy. That is how it is. But I'm about to get out of here. I've gave my parting words, my peace, positivity, and prosperity. My don't let bother people bother you. And don't let stress people stress you out. Don't let people come and bring you into their misery lounge. Because again, they will ask you to have a seat. They'll look nice. It'll look warm and comfy. And you've got to use your discernment. Go back to your happy lounge. Go back to your happy lounge. Even if your lounge isn't always happy, right? At least you regulate it. You regulate it, okay? You regulate your lounge. Don't go into somebody else's misery lounge when they're regulating all kinds of chaos. Bye, y'all.